Hey guys, welcome back. I have got a new video I put together for you guys. We're going to be working on a Sharp XM1801N. I think that's, yeah, XM1801N, which is the Sharp monitor that you typically find in Nintendo Red Tents for the dual versus systems. It is a 18-inch monitor. They're getting harder and harder to come by, and they're basically one of the very, very few monitors that will fit in a red tent. So they're good to have. I'm actually working on a couple monitors for the guy I bought my Miss Pac-Man for. So he bought the cap kits and the Flyback. So we are going to rip that chassis out, and work on it. And we've got, he said one of the monitors was not working all that well, and the other one was okay. It was just kind of preventative maintenance, since he was already doing, the other one. He said, well, why don't we just do both? And I said, gladly, no problem, I'll do them for you. So we are going to shoot over to the monitor. And we are going to, this is new for me. I haven't worked on any of these. I haven't done my own. Watched a bunch of videos on how to do them. Read a bunch of guides on it. There are a couple funky things that you got to look out for. But we are going to flip over to the monitor and start ripping her down. So shoot over there. Okay, so one thing about these monitors, when you work on them, any monitor, if you flip it around here, you can see he's already removed the anode cup for me, but you still want to discharge it. So it's going to be hard to see on this monitor because you got a plastic cover here that covers where the anode cup goes into the monitor. But I'm going to discard it or discharge it, and it basically all you're doing is hooking up a grounded screwdriver. If you have something like this, hooking it up to the actual frame of the monitor. Then you're going to get in here and you're going to work it against where the anode cup actually goes into the tube. And I'm not getting anything out of that, so that is discharged. And that is something you want to do before you work on any monitor. Usually the anode cup sits in there and you got to kind of work the anode cup with it. If you watched any of my other videos, you'll see that that's something you got to do anytime you work on a monitor so you don't electrocute yourself. This monitor here, this XM1801, I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this was in a red tent. I don't know if this will show up on video or not, but yeah, it probably will actually. I'm going to take a wild guess and say this was in a Dr. Mario. It's just a little bit of burn in there. Now, with the red tents, you can see that this guy has some fairly significant burn in from Dr. Mario. With the red tents, they have, that a glass that sits above the monitor, and that glass is dark enough that you really can't see burn in on monitors. It really kind of masks that, so it's not really something you need to worry about with these monitors. And like I said, they're hard to come by, so if you get one, if you can keep one working, that's something you want to do. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is put this right on the tube and let it rest on the tube, and that'll let me get to some of these screws that helps you remove this chassis a little easier. And then we're gonna get in here, and I'm gonna wait to pull that cage off. You don't want to mess with that neck board and have that neck board snap on you, or have the tube snap on you, because then you'll be buying your customer a new monitor, giving him ones out of your red tent. I'd rather not do that. Like I said, I've never worked on these, but it's nothing crazy. It looks like maybe 15, 20 capacitors. Flybacks, nothing insane. It looks like a majority of the work on this is actually getting the chassis out of the out of the cage here. Okay, so we've got that little metal frame off. And that exposes our bottom of our PCB here, and we can see a couple dark spots right in here. It's a little dark right in here. That's it. Doesn't look too bad, actually. All right. And then now I think we've got to take that frame piece off. There's 2 screws for this frame. That just kind of sits over the neck board, you know, just trying to prevent snapping that tube anyway, and it should just slide right off. Okay, we'll leave that neck board on there for right now. Okay, the video I was watching, a couple different videos here, and I'll see if I can put a link to those videos in the guide. But the guy basically broke down the frame here to get this board off easier. And it looked like that was the way to do it. Go to the top here, and there's 2 screws on each support, and they're tough to break. You gotta put a little muscle into them to get them actually to break. Okay. And then I'm going to take the whole piece off and plug the video cable there. This brown cable goes right there. Okay. Oops. Well, I'm pretty sure I told you guys this, but this is the monitor that he said was giving him some more problems. He said one of them worked pretty well. This one doesn't really work, and I figured, you know what? Let's start with the problem child. See if we can't get that figured out. Okay. There we go. Now that we got the frame off, we'll try gently getting the neck board off. And it is coming ever so slowly. Very dirty monitor. But okay, so there's my D-gauze. Here's my yoke cable. I think the rest of it should come off with these 2 screws right here. Let's see. Oh, wait, that control board's got to come off. right? Does that control board come with it? It looks like it kind of does. I think it did in the videos I was watching, or somebody just, oh, you know what, I think you can get the control wiring off. Maybe I'm wrong. Nope, that's got to come with it, that whole piece. Okay. Put the screw back in so we're supporting this whole board on something other than a couple thin pieces of metal. There we go. Okay. I think these two screws should do it. Yep. And one more. My dog's gonna pop in, say hello. Aren't you supposed to be in bed? Oh, okay. Good dog. Okay. Hopefully that should allow us to remove this whole piece. Let's find out. Yep. Okay. Now we can get our video off the monitor. That is right. Okay. And that's perfect. All right. Now we've got our board exposed. Let's go put this tube somewhere where it's not going to get in any trouble. Okay, I'll move this down a little bit. Now we can focus on the board. All right, now we've got our board removed. Chassis is off. And we can just get this flyback cage off. Let's put flyback cage screws there. From the top. Yeah, I gotta take that off. Oh, forgot about that one. I think that's the screw most new flybacks don't have. Okay. All right. little plastic pop rivet piece. It's not going to come off easily. I'll go do this one instead. Okay, perfect. That old piece should come off. There we go. You should release your wires. I'm going to desolder those wires. Okay. All right. So what we're doing here is we're trying to fish these two wires out, this white and the red wire here. And our white wire goes into the little connector piece for the actual tube, and then it's got another wire here on the board. I'm just seeing if the new Flyback is set up the same way. So you're going to be in there like that, and you are not set up the same way at all, but it's pretty clear. Yeah, you go down. Okay, it is. It's relatively the same. You go down there, you go there, big wire goes there. Okay, easy enough. All right, so let's get our desoldering iron out here so we can get those off. Trusty Hacko FR300 soldering iron. Good shit. There you go. I use this thing a lot. Oh, nice. It's got a switch for the D guys. Okay. Alright, our red light is on. And this plastic piece has got to open up. The transistor's like way bent. Let's push you back. Boy. Do not make you easy to get at, do they? There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay. There's that. Where's my little snips? Get you out of there. Are we heated up? We are. Okay, let's get some of the solder off here. Soldering iron's plugged up. Okay. It's always a good start. My dog is very curious. Come on. Oh, God, I burnt myself. Boy, you're still plugged up. What is going on here? Nothing crazy? Filter's a little plugged up, but it's not that bad. Get out of there. Still plugged up. Let's put a new filter in it. Well, filter is pretty cruddy here on the back end. I'll bet you that was the problem. Gotta order some more of these filters. Okay. Get in there. There we go. Much better. Okay, now we're back in business. Big old wire here, just hanging out. Okay, let's get you to come off there. Come on. There we go. There's one wire. And it goes right over in that corner. I'm not going to forget that. It's got a nice little loop on it. I'm just going to cut it. Jesus, that's an impressive little piece of wire. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, oh, that's mounted. It's not a disconnect. Oh, it's gonna stay on. Now we should be able to get you off, which we could. All right. Now let's free off chassis from the base, and we'll be off to the races. Put those are all chassis screws. Oops, right there. Right here, hanging up with this transformer. I'm guessing that's a sound for sound. Looks like the Sanyo 20EZs. That would just be a guess. The nice thing about this is I can kind of go haphazardly at pulling stuff off this board because I've got another one to look at it, and I checked them out and they look identical. So I can kind of just pull stuff off here rather quickly. Boy. A lot of wire bundles here, strapped in. Okay. I think it is just these two bundles here that are holding me back. Let's see, can I push them through? I can. Come on, go through. But you're pinched. You have to get pliers. Oh, I have one in here. Nope. Oh. Oh, there's not one down there. Okay. Come on. Just trying to get these wire bundles free. There we go. Okay, now I should be able to pull you right off. Oh God, there's two more. Hold on. Okay. Well, now can we get you free? Forgot about these two. Okay, finally. All right, so now that we've got our chassis separated from the base, we can go through and start you know, why don't we start with the flyback? And so we already got wires off it. You know what? No, actually. I'm going to save the flyback for now. Because I've got to go through and that'll just be an extra couple wires running across the board here. And it'll just make my life more difficult. Let's start with capacitors. And let's see. Let's see what we got here. Getting our soldering iron warmed up would be a good place to start. Put you there. Let's put you right there. Put you right there. Put you out of the way. Get out of the way, cables. I'm looking at too many computers. Okay. All right. Why don't y'all tell me my solder was right here? Okay. We're going to get back to it. So, got our nice little list there. We'll pull out our capacitors. Drop them here. And just start with the big ones. So, we've got a 22 microfarad, 250 volt. 250 is C804. Be easier to see on this side. It might be. C804 is C700, C700s, 400s. Okay, maybe I'm going about this the wrong way. Let's go about this a different way. Let's just start pulling them off. See which ones we get here. Okay, so we got C705 right here. And this is the one that's mislabeled. Okay, so it says C705 on the front side, and on the back side here. Zoom in. Where'd it go? Right there. It says C405. It's wrong. It's mislabeled on here, and that's on all of these Sanyo XM1801s and 2001 ends. I guess that's a very common issue. So let's get that. Let's get C705 out of here. Positive and negative. Is that labeled right? Yep, that's labeled right. Boy. Kind of a tough one to get to. Okay, and that one is 50 volts, 47 UF. Yep. 47 UF 50 volt. Okay. And just for shits and giggles, I was gonna throw these on the old capacitor tester here and just see what it gave us for a reading. Ain't gonna work in there, but let's just put her on here. I just want to kind of test a few of these. It's always kind of 47. So that one's reading good. Well, it's this just a El Cheapo capacitor tester. It doesn't do ESR or anything like that, but I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that is a good cap we'll throw over there. And that was I'll start putting these in order of capacitance. So that's a 330. I'm looking for a 47. You have 50 volt. That's it. I found it. Yay. Okay. Let's get it in here. Positives there, minus there. Ooh, girl, that's a tough one to get in that hole. Come on, get in there. Get them legs out a little bit more. All right. Oh, come on. There you go. Boy, that's tough to get in there. I really like to kind of push it down a little further. There we go. Bend one of those legs. Let's set it like that so I can quick hit it with a couple dabs of solder. I pour solder pool from, or spool, jeez, I cannot talk. Solder spool from hell. It's got like knots in it, and I really mess this thing up. It's in bad shape. Oh. I think that's the piece I'm actually looking for right there. Okay, let's get you soldered in. There's one leg. I'll bend you back so you're easier to just solder for the next guy. Come on. There we go. Leg number 2. Okay. So, one capacitor down. Let's see. What do we got here? C403. C403. C403 is a 10 UF 50 volt. Looks like there's multiple of those. I'll find it after I get you desoldered. C403. Like right there. C403. right out. And you are labeled correctly, and it is indeed 10 microfarad, 50 volts. Well, let's find a 10 microfarad, 50 volt. 10 microfarad, 50 volt. Indeed. Beautiful. Okay. That bad boy is in there. Yes, it is. Let's see what else we got here. C301 and 302. C301, 302. C301 looks like it's right here. Yep. Make sure the board's right. It is. Well, it is a 10 microfarad, 16 volt. And 301, 302. Looks like they just put 10 microfarad, 50 volt. And that is something I just dropped. It's 100 microfarad. That will work. $10 microfarad, 50 volt. Okay. Okay, we'll do C302 here, and then I'll keep going on myself or on my own. Won't make you guys watch any more of this. If I run anything exciting, I'll come back. So C302. We look on the bottom of the board and you see a plus minus here. I'll zoom in later and show you guys that, but then we just check on the top. The top's correct too, so you just kind of always checking to make sure your readings on the board are the same as what the capacitors are in there as. You know, and if you run into one that's not right, well, then you got to make some decisions, but sometimes they're not. You know, like on this list, see it says CC05 is marked incorrectly. Sometimes you run into stuff like that, and you know it's a known issue and it's consistent. Other times, like on my Wells Gardner, my one of my Golden Tee, the D whatever, I can't remember the model of it now, but that one, there was a lot of inconsistencies there. There was just, and I think that was mainly due to, you know, that board having quite a few revisions done to it, which just weren't very well documented. Okay, so C302's in, pointing the right way. That's good. I'm going to keep going, guys, and I'll come back if I find anything that's crazy. Okay, boys, I have got all the capacitors in, and she is all capped up. Everything lined up pretty well. there's a marking here on the one of the B plus caps. Looks like it's already been replaced once. It looks newer. I like to replace those, but I'm doing this for a customer, and he just wanted the caps and the flyback done, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, so hopefully this gets this board up and running. Now we're going to move on to the flyback here. You got all your flyback pins here. They're all labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just going to go in and start desoldering. And whoa. A lot of old flux on here. Come on, big pile of solder. That one did not want to go. See if this will break for me here. This is, nope. A lot of solder still left on there. Have to really, that's, you know, we'll do the old add a solder trick. Throw a little loose solder on this and remove that, and hopefully pull all this old stuff off. Sometimes when you have old solder on, you just got to go through and add some solder, and we'll get whatever remnants of the old stuff is to on there still to pull off a little bit easier. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Talk about a pain in the ass. And now I want to come off. Okay. There's our old flyback. I'm going to go ahead and toss that. Get our new flyback. There we go. Boy, that is one tough flyback. Let's get some solder in there before it's got little clips on it to kind of hold it in there, but boy, not an easy one. Okay. Flyback's in. Looks good. Nice and lined up. Now, this cage. So I get that cage on there. Don't have to worry about it. Big one on the top. Yeah, you go where exactly where I got you. Got solder on this wire already. Okay. Put a little plastic cover back on. And we'll do our little wire. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Soldering should all be done. Now we just got to check our work, make sure that we did it right. What I like to do for this is bust out a Sharpie. This is tried and true. You just kind of go across the board. Oops, bumping my camera here. Go across the board and make sure all your capacitors are pointing the right direction. So you got your pluses where your pluses should be and your minuses where your minuses should be. And you just kind of go through, and if they're correct, put a little mark on them. That tells you you did them correctly. That looks good. 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 And this is just a great way to double check good yourself and to make sure you don't blow up any capacitors when you plug your monitor back in. Good. Finger on there is tough to reach, but good. There we go. Good. 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 I think that's all of them. Good. I think that's it. Alright, now that I've double checked them all, and they all are installed correctly, we're just going to flip her over, and we're going to start cutting our leads. And we just want to cut them, and not to lose the little metal shavings, because those, if they end up in another component or something, or you know, they end up back on your workbench and you somehow manage to let one slide onto a board, it can cause you problems. So just cut all these. I believe that is everything. All cleaned up nice and pretty. I'm just going to try my best to reassemble everything the way it was. And plug this bad boy in and see what she does. Alright, boys and girls, time to give her a test. This is always the kind of nerve-wracking part, but we're just going to shoot it. Okay. Got high voltage. I don't know if I can hear anything on it. Definitely can't see anything. Can't feel anything. Can hear it buzzing though. Shut the camera off here. Oh, got neck glow. Wonder if my battery's dead in my TPG again. Yeah, there is neck glow. Well, I've got neck glow. Brightness knob is nearly impossible to turn up with your hands. Let's see. Good. Fucking animal. There we go. Okay. That's my brightness. Let's just get these all zeroed. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Degauss it. Okay, let's see. Horizontal hole, I don't really need to mess with that. Oops. Looks pretty good. Sound, brightness. Brightness looks pretty good. Yeah. Right there somewhere. H. Horizontal center. Oh my god. Oh god. Hard to get at these. Let's see. I need a smaller screwdriver. This one's a little too big. All right, let's just get the smaller screwdriver. Make this a lot easier on ourselves. So we've at least got a pattern there. That's good. I mean, if we bounce through these, that's all pretty terrible. Let's see if we can't. Let's blow the hot on this thing. Boy, that's weird. Look at that. That's something. Let's see if we can't get our checkerboard dialed in at all. Brightness needs to come down. Too bright. Somewhere in there is a little bit better. Still kind of high, but colors are missing green. Bam. colors are inverted. But I bet you if I go like that, it doesn't look too bad. Let's see if we can't get rid of that border. H center. As far as it'll go, huh? Those colors look pretty damn good. Burn-in's kind of a bitch, but green could be a little brighter. Which one is? Which one's green drive? How does that look? That looks pretty damn good. I don't think I'm gonna There you go. I don't think I'm going to get her looking much better than that. Looks pretty good. Well, boys, I would say it's a success. New flyback, capacitors. That's a pretty good looking Dr. Mario monitor. It's just Dr. Mario. Okay, well, I think we're calling it night. We'll work on the other one tomorrow, and this one I would say is done. Thanks for watching, boys. I forgot. Dr. Mario says, click that like button, subscribe. I got more cool videos coming. They're always fun. You might learn something, or you might not. Who really knows? I don't learn anything. Yeah, I tinker.